All right, so to give you guys some context over what this video is about that you're about to watch, it is a wreath-laying ceremony that took place on May 24th of 2025, which is 2 days ago, at the German military cemetery in Belleau, France, and was an event that was organized by the U.S. Marines from U.S. Marine Corps Forces Europe and Africa, alongside German soldiers from the Brigade Franco-Allemande or Allemand. This joint commemoration marked the 107th anniversary of the Battle of Belleau Wood, which, like I said, was a pivotal engagement during World War I, where the sacrifices made from the U.S. Marine Corps was what earned them the term Devil Dog when the Germans started calling them Devil Dog because of the viciousness and the ferocity of the Marines in that battle. And it was an engagement that was fought from June 1st to June 26th of 1918 in Belleau Wood near the Marne River. And this ceremony was aiming to honor the sacrifices of service members from the United States and its European allies, particularly those who lost their lives during this brutal battle, which became a defining moment for the Marine Corps. So we'll take a look. The interesting part about this is, like I said, the fact that the German military was participating in this. You know, at one point they used to be our adversaries in World War I, and now they're, you know, one of our close allies. So, just very interesting that we kind of did this together. So it's kind of cool. So let's check it out.
After that, the general's going to turn around. General speaks both very well, so he'll give remarks. I do that. They're going to step up, and then at that point,
that rifle port arms is cringe. I wouldn't want to flag my fellow soldiers. Yeah. I mean, they were our adversary during both world wars, but now they're one of our closer allies. So very interesting how things have changed a lot. I would love to travel out there one day to be able to visit. I would definitely love to do that. Yeah, same story with Japan. Turns out when you help your adversaries after a war, they tend to be much friendlier and glad to be friends. Yeah. You help them recover. Like, hey, look, you may have been mistaken, but we're going to help you get back on your feet, and let's be friends and find ways to work together to lead to more success for both of our nations. Look at that. That is so cool. Japan has the 4th greatest GDP now. Yeah, they're crushing it. For sure. Yeah, the honor guard looks good. It is wild. Or the color guard, yeah. Everybody looks good.
Ich freue mich, dass wir heute hier sind. Ich bin stolz darauf, dass wir heute gemeinsam mit unseren amerikanischen Kameraden, unseren deutschen Gefallenen des Ersten Weltkriegs, es unterstreicht auch die Freundschaft, die Partnerschaft, die wir verteidigen. Und falls es
So because this guy right here is a 2-star, I would imagine that this guy is probably something similar as far as like our German counterparts, if I had to guess.
trotz all des Aufwands und Engagements, das wir betreiben,
I don't know for sure, though.
erforderlich ist, dass die unsere Brigade und unsere Alliierten bereit sind, diese Freiheit mit unserem Leben zu verteidigen. So wie
Thank you, General Friedel. Thank you very
Okay,
much
so he is a general.
to be here today. Mr. Mayor, thank you. To the American Battle Monuments Commission, thank you very much. It's a great honor.
Oh, that's the mayor.
To represent the United States Marine Corps here today.
Merci le maire de Belleau, merci à tous les participants. C'est un grand honneur pour moi de participer à cette cérémonie et représenter le corps de l'infanterie de la marine.
More than 100 years ago, we faced each other here as enemies.
Il y a plus de 100 ans, nous nous sommes affrontés ici en tant qu'ennemis.
And fought bitterly and with great honor and with great distinction for our countries.
Nous avons bataillé ici avec honneur et distinction pour nos pays.
Today we meet on this hallowed ground, this holy ground.
Aujourd'hui, nous nous rencontrons ici sur cette terre qui est sacrée.
As friends and as brothers and as allies.
En tant que frères, en tant qu'amis, en tant qu'alliés.
May we place great value in the wonderful friendship between our two nations and our two militaries.
L'amitié entre nos forces armées et entre notre pays est
That is cool.
But never forget the courage and the honor and the sacrifice for those that laid down their lives here.
Mais nous n'oublierons jamais l'honneur, le sacrifice, la souffrance de nos forces qui seront bataillées ici.
God bless them all in their memories. Thank you.
That is really cool. That's pretty powerful. It is not every day that you get to be a part of a ceremony like this, where you get to come together with your partner force and allies from another nation that at one point you fought against over 100 years ago. It's encouraging. It's encouraging that we could be bitter enemies at one point and now become best of friends. You know? Yeah, that guy was definitely stacked. Taipeg TR0. Appreciate you and your kind words. I wonder what those words say on that stone. Wow. That must have been so cool to be able to participate in that. Be a part of that. That is very cool. The German rifles are super cool too. Those are like, they look like some stuff out of like the future, some future battle rifles or something. Panzerlord, Ich hatte einen Kameraden. Beautiful song. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to like interrupt it or talk during it, because it's nice to hear it. Cliff Booth, what's up, brother? HKG36. Yeah, that's what they are. That's cool that the generals from each side swapped sides and went through and shook every service member's hand down the line. That's cool. And honestly, the funny thing is a lot of the Germans, like, they can speak good English, like better English than a lot of Americans can. But unfortunately, a lot of Americans can't necessarily speak German because we're not as it's not like as ingrained or trained in school to be bilingual right out the gate as it is in a lot of countries. But that is cool. I went to the basic school with a German officer. Actually, he was a really super cool dude. Also met a lot of Germans when I was out in the Middle East in 2023. All very friendly, awesome folks. They used to cook a lot of good food on their compound. Look at that. That is freaking cool, man. That is awesome. I'm glad they filmed this and they put this thing together. This is really special, you know? Like, this is a special event right here. So many people died out there in 1918. They've got a ton of graves out there, probably from both Germans and Americans that at one point were fighting each other bitterly. All right, so if you know what that says, who can read this? Does anyone know German? It says, Hier ruhen Deutsch Soldaten ichi reposent des Soldats Allemands. I don't know if you guys know what that says. If there's anybody that can speak German. Oh, Mia Bubbles, thank you. Here lies German soldiers. Very nice. Okay. Thank you for that. So if you're watching this later, it says, here lies German soldiers. Deutsch Soldaten is German soldier, all I can understand. Okay, all good. I think Mia, it's in German and French. Oh, okay, so this is a mixture of German and French. Makes sense. Okay, since it was fought in France, yeah. Here lies German soldiers representing the soldiers of... Okay. Well, yeah, it's very... I mean, look at the field in the background. You know, like at one point there was a bitter fighting back here. Crazy to think about. I really hope I can travel there one day. I need to visit this area. That would be an absolute honor to visit Belleau Wood one day.